Then I feel it. My neighbor's listening to music. What's up, gang? Welcome to Room and Board. My name is Chris George, and today we are ranking the expansions of Rising Sun. We are continuing with our week of Rising Sun. However many videos I'm going to put out, I don't know, but it's going to be a lot because I like this game. If you're new to Rising Sun, make sure to check out our Rising Sun review, and if you want to learn how to play Rising Sun, we've got a convenient Play It Now, which will tell you everything you need to know to just get started and figure out the rules as you go. Now, since Rising Sun has been out for a while, I didn't want to go through each one of these individually and give like a mini review because I don't think that's relevant anymore. However, if you own Rising Sun, just the base game, and you were thinking about what expansion you need to get, and I'm including the Kickstarter exclusive Daimyo box, which includes the Fox Clan and a number of different monsters, I'm here to tell you what I think. So first off, number 4, this expansion I don't think you really need to get, and that's just because I rarely feel the need to use it. Not that it doesn't work, but I just think the game is complete in its own right without it, and that is the Kami Unbound expansion. Now, this expansion adds in a new mode. Basically, whenever you go up to worship at the Kamis, you also gain control over that particular god, who comes down onto the board wherever you want and has an additional effect. They'll fight for you in battle, and then they'll also have a different effect over the province in which they are fighting. I forget what a lot of them do, to be honest, because I don't often play with this expansion, and that's why it's at the bottom for me, because I don't think that the game needs it. It's not that it's a bad expansion, and actually also with this you get an additional set of seasons cards. That would be the part that I would use the most, the boat set, I believe. But I find the base game is enough as it is, and probably for the main reason that the Kamis are already a really important element to Rising Sun. They're always going to be contested, and people are always going to kind of fight over them, and I think what's really exciting about the game a bit is that you have to have a choice of going up to the Kamis and losing the force on the map versus not sending them up and keeping them on the board to be used in battles. But with this one, you kind of get your cake and eat it too, because sure, you're sending people up to the Kamis to get that extra bonus, but you're not losing force on the board because sometimes they're worth more. I know Ryujin is worth 1 force for every different type of seasons card that its owner has. The neighborhood children are screaming in anger at how powerful this guy is. Hopefully it's not being picked up by the mic. But these Kamis are already really powerful, and by including this expansion, you don't lose that sort of negotiation that you have to do with yourself. So that's why it's at the bottom of the list. If you have everything for Rising Sun and you want to get it for the seasons cards, especially, it's always fun to have another set of seasons cards. That's primarily what I would get it for. But at around 25 bucks, you could just print them off and try it out, you know? It's not like the seasons cards need to be shuffled or anything like that. So number 4 ranked is the Kami Unbound expansion. It's fun, and I kind of want to play it again, but generally the base game has always been enough for me, and so that's why it is number 4. Get out of here! Number 3, and I'm including it as one of these expansions because you can find it in places. I know Miniature Market, when I checked, had it in stock for $300. Like, get out of here. Go blank yourselves. Stop it. And that would be the Daimyo box. Now, the Daimyo box is beautiful. It's a lovely box for storage. And in it, if you pick it up at retail, and not in an eBay trade, because in an eBay trade, you'll likely get it with the Monster Pack and the Kami Unbound expansion because somebody's probably just selling you their Kickstarter pledge. But I'm putting this at number 3 because if you were to buy and spend $300 at Miniature Market and get yourself a Daimyo box, you would get 1 additional clan, the Fox Clan, and 10 monster figures. That's not worth $300. In addition, you'd get all the awesome upgraded components, which are great, don't get me wrong, but you can also get similar replacements for these on Etsy, for example. If you want the strongholds printed, there are a lot of people who, if you have a 3D printer, you can print them yourself. There are files out there of people who've designed the strongholds. Or I know I went on Etsy to get the Sun and the Moon clan strongholds because I didn't buy that when I bought the Kickstarter. So I wanted to match up my strongholds presence on the board at least. For the amount that you will have to spend to acquire this box, it isn't worth it. You can substitute the Fox Clan, and you could substitute the monsters with other monsters if you just wanted to play with their ability. Honestly, from a gameplay perspective, this is pretty much superfluous. I really enjoy the Fox Clan, and I like having all the clans, and that's a nice thing, but for $300, no. Goodbye. This is number 3. I will be gentle with this because it has all of my minis in it. But that leads me to number 2, which is the monster pack. If you're interested in getting extra monsters, this is for sure the way to go. It adds 4 extra monsters into the game, and even if you have more than 4 extra monsters, the game really recommends only shuffling in 1 or 2-ish from each season. I generally average around 4. I'll put 1 from each season, and then I'll put a random one in from all the seasons whenever I'm setting up a game. I know my good friends who I play this game with a lot, they did a game where they put in all of the monsters, and the Bonsai Clan won hands down because they just loaded up on a crap load of really expensive monsters, and then also got a bonus at the end for all the monsters that they had. It was a complete blowout, and is not a balanced way to play the game. So really do only add 4 monsters, even if you have more. With this, you just get a little extra to your game. It's $24-ish, I think, 20 to 24, I'm not quite sure on the price. And for that price, honestly, I don't know. It's not essential by any means, and you can see the monsters now and what they do, but it's definitely not essential. But if you're going to get an expansion, this would be the second one that I would suggest you get. And number 1, oh god, I thought I had things in there for a second. I thought I'd swap things around. I don't have anything in there. And the number 1 expansion that you should get if you like Rising Sun is for sure, hands down, the Dynasty expansion. The Dynasty expansion adds in the Sun Clan and the Moon Clan. And I know I was saying you could substitute the Fox Clan with whatever clan you don't have in play. With the Sun and the Moon Clan, you get a total of 7 clans, and you can play with 6 players. And they come with their own set of lucky god monsters that only the Sun and the Moon Clan can use. These can't be bought by the regular players, just like the regular monsters can't be bought by the Sun and the Moon Clan. These are the invaders from afar, like Scythe. These are from China, and so they worship their own lucky gods, and they can't get the additional monsters that come from Japan, is the themed reason behind it. I love both of these clans. I love all the clans. I think having more clans in your game is beneficial, and these guys you can't really replace or use a proxy as because of the lucky gods, because you need to have access to all those sorts of monsters. Really fun sculpts. You can do the Sun Clan and the Moon Clan here, a couple of their figures, and I love playing as the Sun Clan. Their ability is so cool if you are like me and really love the mind game aspect of the battle system that Rising Sun gets you. Oh, and this one also comes with an additional Seasons card set, which might be my favorite set out of all of them. And that's mainly for the 1 card in the fall called Way of the Snake, which in every Kami turn allows you to perform a Betray mandate. It is so fun, and it's great for an odd-numbered player count, because the person who doesn't have an alliance will for sure be able to nab that card and potentially turn the tide. So that is the Dynasty Invasion expansion. The number 1 expansion to get if you like Rising Sun and want to get a little bit more. What do you guys think? What in the additional content is the best to get if you're a Rising Sun fanatic? Am I wrong with the Daimyo box? Is it worth $300? I really don't think it is. Those plastic alliance markers are just so gorgeous. But again, think about all the other games you could purchase with $300. That's pretty much it for me. I never think that expansions are essential to the gameplay experience. In fact, that's sort of an opinion that I try to strive against. However, if you love Rising Sun, I would start with this expansion first if you wanted more of what you already enjoy, and then go down the line. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, just give it a little click, and it'll bring such a big little smile to this sweet little face. Until next time, I'm Chris George, and I don't have a catchphrase yet, so go play Rising Sun. Bye.